My name is Nicole Lewis, and I completed the New York City Marathon. I finished in 3:44:10. Beat my goal of 3:45. First half of the race felt kind of like a blur. It was kind of like I was not really fully aware that I was running the actual marathon. And then it kind of hit me once I hit Manhattan, because once you come over the Queensboro Bridge, it was really quiet for about 2 miles. And then you hit First Avenue and it's just completely people everywhere, everyone's cheering, it's really loud, and First Avenue for me was actually a really good stretch of the race. I also put my name on my shirt, which a lot of people have said is a good idea, and it really was really cool when you would just run past crowds and random people would shout, "Go Nicole!" I was like, "Go Nicole, and you're doing great!" And I would turn and be like, "Oh, I don't actually know you." Or I'd think that maybe I should know them, but it was kind of fun just to have everyone on your side. Coming up Central Park West, or Central Park South, I was kind of still running. I felt good, I was passing some people. You could see that some people were starting to die, and you were like, no, I want to finish, I just want to get there, and you knew it was close. And then when I turned into the park for the final stretch, I had found some extra strength and managed to sprint the finish, which felt really, really cool. It was weird. I talked to my dad afterwards, and he was like, did you notice all the big grandstands and things like that? Because the finish is huge. And I didn't. I was on the road, and I had my eyes on the road and on the finish line, and I don't remember even seeing the grandstands or hearing the change in volume at all, just because there were so many people everywhere. It was kind of weird. It's just kind of cool to watch all the other runners too. There's just so many different people, shapes, sizes, backgrounds, and it was interesting. There was one guy that was dribbling 2 basketballs, I think, the whole way. It was ridiculous. I mean, everyone says New York is a big marathon, it's crowded, there's a lot of people running, there's a lot of people watching, and it just, you can't really comprehend how many people there are running. 45,000 people entering a marathon is kind of a lot, but it's just everyone being there on race day is incredible. About miles 10 to 12, it kind of narrowed up, and everyone was on top of each other for a little while, and started to get a little bit frustrated with the need to sprint around people or avoid certain people, but it was great because also you knew that everyone that was there was headed for the same goal, so you couldn't get too upset with everyone around you. These were our really cool marathoner shirts. I really enjoyed them. Got my medal as soon as I finished, and yesterday we actually went down to Central Park again and got the back of it engraved, which is really cool. Says my name and my time, which is kind of a neat souvenir. I also got a hat and a jacket. Very nicely early birthday presents, but hey, we'll take them now. I knew where my dad was going to be standing, so I had him in my mind when I was coming up on those and had to get on the right side of the road and things like that. But the rest of the time it just kind of varied. There was times when you were thinking about how cool it was that you were here, and then other times you were thinking about your body. I went through mental checks of how are my feet feeling, how are my legs feeling, how's my breathing feeling, am I still doing good? And then remembering to take on fluids and food and things like that to stay healthy. As I said, the Queensboro Bridge is a weird 2-mile stretch where it's really quiet because there's no spectators, and so I was trying to come up with a really good song to put in my head for those 2 miles. And right before I entered the bridge, I think it was Katy Perry's Roar was playing on one of the spectator bands or whatever, so I had that for most of it. As soon as I crossed the finish line, I stopped, and then I started walking a little bit, and then my legs started hurting. I was like, okay, I guess I did this now. My quads are a bit sore. It was weird, the tops of my feet were also sore the day after, which was a strange place to feel sore, but it's feeling good now. I kind of stretching and recovering a lot this week, and then eating a lot, eating a lot of things that I haven't been eating. And then I'll probably start running for fun again pretty soon, but I think it'll be definitely a long time if I decide to do a marathon again, but let it kind of sink in for a while and enjoy it for a little bit.